Okay, now we're live.
Now we're live, right? That was a weird false alarm, wasn't
Tommy
it?
just said something very badly offensive.
No.
Right before I'm not going to tell anybody what you said, but you said it. And then my next line was, we're live, and he freaked out. I'm so sorry. I didn't press the button when you were saying that
You gave
stuff.
me a heart attack.
The mic was dead when you said that. I'm so sorry I did that to you. I did not mean to do that.
What a way to kick off the month, Dan. What a way to kick off the month.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's all about scaring. And do you know, I've just decided I am in a polar opposite world.
We're not in October, are we?
I'm in October. Everyone else is in
the
March.
scary one, you know?
Yeah, well, anyway, this is pretty scary when you count the zeros on this month, Tommy. Why?
Because the new month this month that we're in, we're talking about big bucks movies.
Big bucks.
You're right. You're totally right. Yeah, it's.
Are you still reading this off the side of an air conditioner?
Yeah. Because
okay.
I've got the list right here.
So have I. We're looking at the same air conditioner. We need to treat this better.
Yeah, we should, really. I mean, find a better use for it, Dan, honest. But yeah, the theme of this month is Massive March, isn't it? So we're talking about films that made massive money, you know, so big blockbuster hits.
I'm glad you said money and not booty. But, or it depends on who you talk to, because if you talk to Mr. Krabs, money is booty.
I guess if you're into that kind of thing, yeah, why not?
That kind of thing, if you're into SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, yeah, that's what I meant, yeah. But to kick off this month, Dan, I'm talking about a film that I think I've been telling you for years to watch at this point, and it's even more weird because you've watched Thor, but you haven't watched the Avengers.
Thor was on telly, that's why I watched it. There's nothing else on.
Yeah, but you enjoyed it, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so if you enjoy Thor, you'll enjoy the Avengers. And that, by the way, that's the film that we're talking about today.
Okay, yep, thanks for clarifying.
The Avengers, because the film just so happened to make 1.521 billion.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money, right? It's a whole lot of money. And a lot of that was probably made from me, considering I went to see the film 6 times when it came out.
I keep telling you, go once.
You've
got amnesia, man.
I wish I could lie and say I'm not proud of it.
How do you have the time?
I just knew a lot of different people who wanted to see the film, and I wanted to see it again. So, you know, win-win. That was all there was to it.
Basically, rather than plan better and get better at planning, you just like, oh, oops, I'll just keep going back.
Yeah. Instead of getting everyone together to go see it, I went with separate people to go see it. It was just an excuse to go see the film again.
What's all this socialisation about now?
Well, you know, yeah, it's something you probably read about, but you'll get to it. It's cool.
Cold, but also very fair.
I did write this review about the Avengers like a year and a half ago, so I'm going off of this experience when I rewatched it. I start this off by saying, first time rewatching this film in at least 6 years, with a fresh critical eye, and my opinion of it has not changed a tad. This film is the MCU's best movie. Hands down, in my opinion. The action is great and everything, but what really makes this film so charming is the interaction of the characters. My favourite scene in the film is simply the team standing in a lab having an argument, and the dialogue is so vibrant and entertaining. You know, that's the thing about it. You know, you get these strong personalities, and you put them in a room together, and that's just entertainment in of itself. You don't need all the explosions. You just need these funny characters to interact with each other. And
well, I'm looking at they had explosions too.
You do get the explosions, but later on in the film, after everything's been set, so you can just have like a big ride at the end of the movie. You know, like it's like a roller coaster movie. Certain directors have called these kind of movies roller coaster movies, which I can understand because they are like, whoa, you know, because they're so entertaining and everything. But the film isn't overcrowded like the other 3 Avengers films either. That's another thing that makes this film more special than the others. There's only 6 of them in it, so we get to spend more time with them. Whereas in the second film, there's like 9 or 10 of them. And then in the third movie, there's like 30 characters that you have to give equal time to, equal screen time, and make sure they all go on a journey and everything. That's got to be so tough to do.
Let me guess. The running time on those movies.
No, actually, I think the third one, despite having all those people in it, I think it only lasts about maybe 2 hours and 40 minutes at the latest. It doesn't reach the 3-hour mark. The fourth one does, though, because there's 4 Avengers movies, and the fourth one is 3 hours long.
And how many characters?
In that one, I mean, I can't go into too much spoilers, but there's only half of the cast in the fourth one for the most part than there was in the third movie.
So that's how many people?
You're looking at maybe 15 to 20 characters.
Okay, so 20 characters.
Yeah.
Dividing that by...
You're really going there.
We're going there.
We're really going
We're
there with
going there.
mathematics, dude.
That works out as 6.666 seconds of screen time each.
Okay. Wow.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that. Yeah. Cheers for that.
I haven't taken into account the opening titles.
If you've
credits.
just tuned in, yeah, settle in, guys. We're doing math today. Honest to God.
Hey, it's big bucks. You've got to make sure that every penny's well spent, right?
That's true. Yeah. That's what you're really calculating, isn't it?
That's
All
why
the
the
money was
calculator's
worth
here.
Yeah. I've got to say, as far as favourite characters are concerned, the Hulk steals the show in this film. His CGI never looked better than this. Where was this guy when Thanos stirred up shit in the third movie? Because Hulk kind of gets nerfed in those movies, and he kind of gets worse and worse as the movies go on. But in this first movie, Hulk is easily the best character. He steals the show. I'm just going to summarise with 3 things to end it on. Joss Whedon, the director of this film, is now a Hollywood schmuck. He's kind of been, it's been revealed that he's an arsehole. He doesn't treat people nice and everything. So, yeah, the director of this film is now known to be a very horrible person. Yes, Marvel Studios is no longer making hits like they used to. I actually went to see the new Captain America film that came out a couple of weeks ago with someone very close to me, and honest to God, I really didn't enjoy it. She enjoyed it more than I did, but I didn't. I just didn't enjoy it. They're not hitting the same anymore,
They've done all they can do with it.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of been milked to death now at this point.
I mean, I thought even before you'd fallen out of love with it, at that point, even I thought, oh, they're milking this.
Yeah, that's true. It took me a while, but I did eventually fall out of love with the MCU. And lastly, the plot is simplistic and dumbed down for a general audience. But it's the fucking Avengers, and no one can rob me of that cinema experience back in 2012, when this kind of movie was a brand new concept, and it was done to enjoyable blockbuster perfection. So on that note, Dan, I'm going to give the Avengers 5 stars. We're kicking off this month in style. It did make big bucks. It is a great film. It's probably my favourite blockbuster, I mean, to a lot of people in the 1970s, Star Wars was their thing.
Yeah.
Well, this movie was like my Star Wars. I saw it when I was maybe about like 16 or 17, and I was like, you know what? There's something.
Earn some stripes for you.
Yeah, earn some stripes for me. So
I'll never forget your face when I told you I'd seen Thor. You were like,
yeah,
"What? Really?" I'm like, "Yes, really."
Honestly, dude,
I got nervous. I'm like, "Yes, really? Why? What's wrong with that?"
Seeing Thor without seeing the Avengers, man, is like it's like having a starter without the main. It's like having. Well, let me.
I have done that before.
Let me try and think of it in a way that you'll understand.
Not on purpose.
It's like having. It's like buying a set of 9 chicken nuggets, but only having 3 of them. That's probably the best way I can get through to you, because you're the McDonald's expert in this place.
Well, there is a solution to my problem, though. Call the manager.
That's true. You're a Karen. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on with that. Anyway.
Just leave that there.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
I'm just going to let that fester.
All right, all right. No, that's fine.
Well-oiled machine, us.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Tommy. Massive March. It's a big one.
I thought I'd kick it off in style.
You're kicking off in style, so you've done it. You do this a lot. You start with a 5-star in a month,
and then I just work my way down as the month goes on.
You need to do it the other way around.
I should.
Well, this month we've got more. We've got an extra review.
Yes.
So we've got.
How many do we have?
We've got 4 more.
All right, so I've got to dig out 4 more movies that have made big bucks.
Big bucks.
Right, yeah.
Please tell me that's on the list. Don't tell me right now.
No, I'm not going to say
So, yes, of course, Massive March, where all the what am I saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what
Let's
I'm saying. Let's move on. Okay, so we've got, just to go recap then with where we've been so far in the year, we had Jammy January, Fighting February. You can go watch those back here on the YouTube channel. We've got coming up Amazing April. That's another 5-star one. So I'm surprised you've just shot a 5-star one this early.
Well, I think because the Avengers is more well known for making money than it is for being a 5-star movie. So that's why I spoke about it this month. But believe you me, there's a lot of 5-star movies I look forward to talking about next month with you.
I love it. Muscle May.
So we're talking about action movies with like big muscly action guys
like The Incredibles.
pumping iron. You're right. Yeah.
Just down June. Oh, I can't wait.
Yep. So that'll be your time to shine, dude, because that means you've got to talk about movies to me. So that'll be interesting. Looking forward to that.
Well, you're the movie expert, so you have to watch them too.
Well,
So-
we'll wait and see.
Hey, it's all right. I'm not going to go with anything you're going to hate.
Oh, thank you.
But I am going to have a bit of fun at least once.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Cars.
Just Tommy July.
So that'll be my month of revenge, where I just get to talk to you about film. To be honest, I'm always talking to you about films that you don't really know much about.
Should have done that the other way around.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Animated August.
You had to have it, didn't you?
I have to wait longer this year.
Yeah, but that's your thing, isn't it? You love the
is.
animated films. So.
Series September. I just want sequel September back. That was awesome.
Well, this will be different. Series September means, because on Letterboxd I cannot write reviews for series, so they're going to have to be off the cuff, ones where I'm not
looking
reading
forward
about.
to that, though. I like off the cuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, Oh So Scary October has to happen.
Horror movies. It's a standard for October,
You are full of good things to say, so Negative November is a good one. It's never bad. Your friends always message the channel and they say, "Oh, but really, we want him to be negative for once."
I'm too happy. Is that it?
Yeah, November is the one for that, and of course, we're having a Disney Christmas this year.
Yeah, that'll be different. I've got to try and dig out more Disney films that have Christmas in them.
Trust me, you haven't got far to look.
That's true. Well, Disney Plus will come in handy for that. Definitely.
It's going to ram them down your throat November 1st, trust me. Well, anyway, that's what we've got coming up further on. Should you do this? Further on in the year.
Do you want me to sign off for you?
Do it.
Okay, so thanks ever so much for watching, guys. You know where to follow us on Letterboxd. Where Dan is pointing on his and where I'm pointing on mine. Larkins95, Dan Moore Radio. You know where to follow us if you're interested in listening to what we have to say. Well, what I have to say.
Or reading.
Yes, yeah, vice versa.
I do some reviews on Letterboxd, just not very often.
You haven't done a review in this year, I don't think. Oh, no, Wallace and Gromit was the last thing you did, right?
It was.
Yeah.
But I'm very, very, very much. Follow me, and then when it drops, it drops.
Yes. Yeah. Just let me know the next time you drop, okay?
No, that's no fun. You have to find it yourself.
I have to manhunt for it, do I? Fair enough.
You do.
Fair enough.
You have to work for it. I don't. You just post all the time.
Yeah. It's my thing.
So you're easy to find.
You gotta have a hobby, dude, and that's my hobby.
Oh, I have a hobby. It's just not legal. Right.
Dear.
Well, anyway.
Oh dear.
I'm joking, obviously. Anyway, we'll just leave that there.
Moving on.
Have yourselves a great week. We'll be back next Monday. Don't look at me like that. And of course, we'll catch you real soon. All right. Take care.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye.